man. Visit, man. Visit, man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Friday, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them for what time it is. I pop on like a Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived, they don't hide it. Train the coach, they don't hide it. Nice book, he don't show the skills, I show the skills. He bad, but he don't work the wheel, I work the wheel. Yeah, up the side, circle sight, yeah, back to seal. Know they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rape over there, I got some real soldiers, kill soldiers, niggas. Still, they say you been in beach mode lately, you is not. They be up in that fine British marriage, they inquiring. They get know what's coming from. I see them conspire on the line, the fire. This bitch here, we gon' break the skin on flying and I don't trust you, so small. You can keep your bitches, and my niggas gon' keep us here. And it feel like Jesus, so they want some smoke, though. Fire from these chimney strings, coming like we, I mean, you can't even cap. These niggas gon' run it like you run it, bitch, don't need to stop. Bitch, I'm with my niggas killing me, into that food spot. If you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, find me. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them for what time it is. I pop out like a Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived, they don't hide it. Got it up the bud, treated good, they don't hide it. He nice, but he don't show the skill, I show the skill. He rap, but he don't work the wheel, I work the wheel. So I got him.
Yo, shut the fuck. Not sure, you can hear me?
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. All right, like everything up and running. All right, Shalom Israel. This is the ISUPK coming out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the Commanding General Yohana. And I'm Officer of 1,000, Laha Gun. And I got my phone with me, Trooper Natasha. I'm going to be reading for me today. And today we're going to go into a simple but heavy topic, because that's what's needed in the earth right now. We're going to talk about order, right? We're going to talk about order in the earth, what's needed in the earth, and what this earth does not have. A lot of times we have been taught to have a so-called free spirit and how we moving out here, right? We taught to kind of go with our free mind. But that is an out of order thought process when we're talking about following the Most High God. And we've been allowed to do that up until this point. You know, it's worked for a lot of us. A lot of us made money off doing what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? Breaking the mold, what they call it, being a so-called rebel. Well, what you don't realize is the times have changed to the point where they are wanting you to have that rebel spirit. And a rebel spirit is a revolutionary spirit is not always a bad thing. But if you don't have order, you will just look like, you know, a nigga that's doing what he want to do. You're not gonna really be accomplishing anything, and you're not gonna have a conscious effort to change what it is you're doing. You're not going to have a conscious effort to help your people. A lot of times we come into the truth, or think we come into the truth knowing that we Israelites, and we don't sit down and say, how am I going to bring in other people? And that's where getting tutelage from men above you, men that have been doing this longer, men that have the original script, have you say, the best word, I can't think of a better word, but the original script of how to do this. And that's only in the ISUPK. I know a lot of Israelites outside of here don't understand the importance of that. But that goes back to being out of order. Every Israelite group outside of the ISUPK is out of order. And it's nothing personal when we say it, it's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? If you go and step outside of this truth and you know when it started in 1969, you are out of order. You are giving the truth a awkward name. You know, and I say awkward, you make people that know that we are Israelites, you confusing them. Whereas if we was able to have a real one body in this earth and make a movement, you know, there are gifts that brothers have in other groups that can be utilized in here to grow this a lot quicker. But the problem is everybody wants to be in charge. Everybody wants to feel like what came out of their mouth is the most important thing. Like what came out of their mouth and what they did is always the mold what everybody should follow. And that's a selfish spirit that we got from America. And the first thing you have to realize is when we say step away, come out of her, my people, that's one of the main things we're talking about. That spirit of greed, of boasting in the wrong thing. You boast in the Most High. You boast in the Most High by putting in your work and gaining rank in the ISUPK. Shout out to Captain McCall, new song Ranked Up. You know what I'm saying? That was our plan. Folks, check them out on iTunes and all that. Good song. It's true. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn that. You know, a lot of guys just want to. I know some guys in Israelite groups, they're not even with each other. They'll go out to camp just like some guys hanging out, and they just, you know, that's not order, man. Because you're doing it to edify yourself. You're doing it because you know you're an Israelite. You know you're supposed to go out and do the highways and byways, but you're not taking the time to think about how does this look to someone who's trying to come in the truth. Does it look organized? Does it show a force when you're coming out here? Is anybody really bothered by you being out here, right? I know when we go out to camp, people are bothered by us being out here because we're doing it in order, and it looks strange to see black men in order. That's the movement you have to get back into if you want to change what's going on earth. You have to get order. And you're only going to learn that in the ISUPK. Let me get the first scripture now. So let me get 1 Corinthians. What we got here? Salaki. 1 Corinthians. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm driving right now. If you give me probably about 7 minutes, I'll be in a good position so I can read them.
Okay, no sweat. I'll pull this one. You know, you're good to go. Just let me know when you can read, okay?
Okay.
All right. We got 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 37. If any man think himself to be a prophet, right, or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord. So that goes back to not adding or taking away. You cannot be a prophet of the Most High God if you're adding things that's not supposed to be there. Like you understand, everything in the ISUPK is scriptural. From the fact that we have head we teach in class, to our fringes being on the border of our garment, not the bottom of our t-shirt. You know, all that stuff is the commandments of the Lord to the T. And it's very important that black men, because I say black men because we the head, especially Judah. You know, Judah is so-called Negro in America. You all will be the lead of this revolution, right? Everyone is important, but Judah is the head, right? We have black men, we have a issue with following orders, especially from other black men. We have an issue with being in order. We're taking a command that you don't agree with. We're following ordinances from the Most High the way He said to do it. Not coming up with your own day for Passover and your own feast. It's not according to how you were taught to do it. That's why the Spirit of the Lord is not with these groups. He's taking the time to pull your skirt up the same way He's pulling up America's skirt up. All right? And the same way He's doing the Christian church. And the way He's exposing the Christian church lets you know you cannot get caught up in big numbers. You cannot get caught up in something because everybody's joining it. The multitude, Christ started off, He had 5,000 people following Him. He ended up with 12 brothers. Really 11 because Judas betrayed Him. Right? So understand that, man. All right, let me get that. It's lock here. Yeah, let him acknowledge the things that are right unto you are the commandments of the Lord. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant, right? And that's not saying don't reach out to your brothers, you know what I'm saying? But you guys that want to have your own Israelite group that you don't want to join, your All right, bet. I'll be back up. Okay. Put where I was at here. All right, bet. Okay. What was I at? Yeah, let all things be done decently and in order. That's a command, man. All things. That's why you see, what was that group? Not the show niggas walk around with guns and all that stuff, man.
That was a new Black Panther boy.
No, it was called something. It was something had fucking not fucking around.
Yeah, we got fucking around.
Right, which is stupid for one thing. Which is stupid. How you expect somebody to take you serious? That's the title of your group, man. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That was the title of your group. We not fucking around group. But you want America to take you seriously. Right? So my question is, where the hell are they at now? That the leader, I think the leader went to prison for something, because you don't understand that you can't be fighting against Esau and then breaking Esau laws and then bring about righteousness to your people. They proved you was just some other dumb nigga. Right? But I would really, if anybody knows, let me know where the hell they at right now. I haven't heard nothing from these people. And black people are still getting shot down, man, because you know why it was? It was out of order, man. It was out of order. They had sisters out there walking with AR-15s, with vest on, overloading their little bodies that they weren't ready. Sisters, get over it, because you're not supposed to be out there. So I'm gonna crack on your ass because you shot somebody in the ass out there. You shot each other. You didn't get nothing done, and you're not even marching. You're back to your job. Some of y'all probably went off and married some white women or something. You know, the government. See, I should became not afraid of government. You can tell my phone. You know, so you can do that. Pull up at camp outside the school. We don't care about that. That's the difference between what they doing and what we doing. But that's stuff like that is the reason why that stuff is not around no more. There's no order with that. No righteous purpose other than a nigga got shot. Let's talk about why he got shot. Let's talk about who the problem is. Because a lot of them guys out there, the white man don't understand the white man is the devil. They don't understand that that's who your enemy is. It's not no coincidence. Like they're smoking weed, still homosexuality in the group. I know it. I know. We go down the list, we're gonna find something wrong with probably every last one of them. Definitely to the leader, because where's he at now? Can't hurt a